YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. So let's see what we can get in this afternoon, if anything. Gonna be patient. Let's get tiny. All right, this is what I've been waiting for it to sweep these lows. I could have taken it here, but because we're stuck between the new week opening gap and this uh I think 1 hour fair value gap. Where did I get that from? Oh, 5 minutes, I think. It's a 5 minute fair value gap. I want to see it break above it, tap it for support, and then, go on about its business. You know what I'm saying? So we gathered a bunch, swept these lows, respected this order block, gave a little thing, and now we're rolling up. So I'm just gonna wait. Just gonna wait. So technically, low, lower low, shifted through. Oh, you could test this out. We got a breaker right here. Lots of breaker. That's a bullish breaker, and we've got a fair value gap inside of here. So if it wants to come back down, it has to come into this guy. Then we have all of these. So if I'm thinking about price leg, about 6.2 inside of this, I don't want to see it tap the New York opening gap again. So we're just gonna, let's see, what would that even look like? I want to stay above the C of this wick. Just been waiting for it to like properly close above it. So like, let's say we did do something like this. We're not going to. I'm just looking for 100 points. Took a quick, let's see where my stop. Will my stop be below this? Yeah. So I'm just gonna wait. We're slowly making our way up. Got the 5 minute here. So the only thing I don't like is if this candle closes and we haven't taken this high up, but the next one has to do. That's why I'm waiting for it to like show its hand, right? Like roll up, turn this into support, and then continue. If we break down from here, then that works with a potential short. They are at the 0.62%, and this fair value gap. So, oh, and I just noticed something but I'm expecting them to go up personally, but you just got to work with what you got, right? So we have a higher high traded through. So we have a bearish breaker right here, and we're kind of just hanging out in a range. So I'm not really super interested in anything. If we are, for example, we're showing support. If we take this low out, then we're done and we're switching because we didn't take this high out. We took out this one. And just for funsies, let's take a look at the 30 seconds. So what time is it? 2:10? Nothing, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I'm not messing around with that. And yeah, look at that. If they continue up, then we have more structure to play with. And as long as they stay above this halfway point of this wick, they're tipping their hands. That's why I'm going to wait for something like this to dip up. But I think this would be a relatively safe bet with a stop below here. But I'm just waiting. Let's see what this 5 minute candle is doing. So I'll just wait for this candle because it's whipsawing. So, I mean, it's just going sideways. All right. See, look at that. Just gotta wait. All right. Mm. There you go. See? So you gotta wait and see. Let it tip its hand, you know? Mm. Still trudging along sideways. Yeah, look at that. Sometimes you just gotta wait. Working on that patience. There it is. Just waiting. But they like to chuck you around and spit you out. Still chupping around. Well, that's fun. Okay. All right, this behavior I don't like. Sideways. And we are staying below the halfway point of this fairway gap, which makes me feel like we are going to go down after all. So once we break past, you know, it needs to show me its hand though. As wicks go, we need to get past midpoint of this one. And in that case, they'll be trying to come down to finish up this fair value gap. Yeah, look at that. Let's see, 217. Just gonna wait. Wait and wait and wait. That's what trading is all about, y'all. A lot of waiting. All the waiting. Waiting to infinity, I guess. Let's look at the lower time shares at 4 minutes. Focus on this for a bit here. Just looking at the way the candles are forming. And we're just stuck in this little tight range. I need to see it move away. They've teased us a little bit here and did some juicy whipping here and trusted. We're still respecting this fair value gap. And there's this order block here that I have in yellow. Still respecting it. We're also still inside of this breaker. So, and look at what we're making. Let's zoom in on this puppy here. What's the structure here? We need to take this out for a proper shift. But New Week opening gap, the opening range gap is causing problems. So, still respecting this breaker. So, low, lower low, traded through. But I don't like it. See how much time's left on this 5-minute candle? 40 seconds? Look at it. Look at all this ugliness. No, man. No touchy. They've given us what we need for either side. Which is oh, but look at the bodies. Look at the 5-minute body. It closed inside at the lower end of this fair value gap. Definitely makes me feel like we're coming down, but I don't like this. Is there supposed to be any news this afternoon? I don't think so. 2 o'clock. It's all currency stuff. So I don't really know if that matters for us. All of this. So while we're waiting, so I took one trade this morning and I took a quick long. I got out at 10:24. What was I doing with my life? Right. So here, when we were like slowly creeping up, you look at the way the candles are forming, right? Like they're slowly going that way, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Let's wait. Let's get this on the 1 minute here. Let's wait. Whoops, I moved it. Let's wait for it to break and then show desire. And then if it taps here again, just, I took 101 takes on that one. So I'm looking for something similar, for it price to tip its hand. Because right now we are in a box and I don't like it. So there's nothing to do. There's nothing for me to do. This is not exciting at all. Sometimes I have to zoom in to see how it's that. Look at the bodies. But they're respecting the CE of that wick, like super respecting it. We've dipped above it. Like I said, I'm waiting. Right now, since 2 o'clock, probably could have had a quick scalp right here. Let's see. When it dropped down, when it did that, See, I've gotten 100 ticks on that. Let's go to 30 seconds for that. Let's take a look here. That's zooming in. So yeah, right there. Could that have been 100 ticks? There's a thing right there. See, we're looking for 100 ticks. I would have been woefully disappointed. Given where it is, like, until it leaves properly, I'm not interested. There you go. Show me the money. For the bodies. Wicks do stupid damage, the bodies. But this candle still has a minute 40 approximately to go. So we've been held in consolidation here for quite a while. If it wanted to drop off, it was a good place for it to drop off. I would like to see it, let's see, 3, 2, let's form some structure, right? Some proper structure, like for example, drop, return, drop, options to return. Right now we just have this order block right here to contend with. And ooh, look at the wick up. That's promising, I think. We need to get over this. Because one of two things. Yeah. So we're taking that high right now to release ourselves from this. And there we go. All right, so I want to see how it behaves here, and it might run away with it without me. That's okay. As a long, wouldn't mind it to retap this, like that, and then the next high is up here, so it's right above this thing. I'm only going for 100 ticks or so, so like so. Right. So I want to see the behavior here. It comes back and taps it. We swept here and we finally moved this way. What's this look like on the 5-minute? Oh, hold on. It's kind of a neutral feel, and we're still really prefer if we got up above this thing. Because we have this, what is this? This guy right here. A little volume imbalance right there. I'm gonna just deal with the top of it. The general idea is I want to see how they behave here, in the midpoint of here, and then, that's cool. Because ultimately, this high and this one up here might be in contention. So we're at the top of this volume imbalance. Sometimes they can hold price back, but that's looking decidedly bullish for me. So they don't look like they're trying to come back down. So, well, like I said, once they close the candle above this guy, like that one right there, but they haven't come back down to give anybody any kind of opportunity to do anything. So, what time is it? 2:20. So I'm just curious because if we get an opportunity for, see, what does 100 ticks look like from here? Not that way. Now, this volume imbalance might turn into like support. You gotta see what structure they make. Coming back here to tap this, like this. I need them to stay above the halfway point of this thing. Just at the top of the breaker or the block. Drop down to a 30-second here. What are we working with? So at this point, if we make this down close candle, oh, we opened down like that. I feel like it's gonna drop from here. Or, yeah, so if we take this high out, then I will look for any fair value gaps in here. Because right now it's not looking like it wants to come back. So that could just be me having missed the trade, and that's okay. So I'm just waiting. As I said, I was looking originally for something like this. So we have a very, very energetic move in this direction. And I'm okay with that. One more minute left on this candle. As shorts go, any real confirmation of a long would be when it leaves this, takes this high out potentially, but they're at the 0.79 point. Let's make that like, what shade should that be? It's a deep red. Volume imbalance, so it's just a 5-minute high. Let's not make it so thick. Okay, so no chance to get in here. Just down here, but look, the bodies told us the story. So this candle right here was our only opportunity, and there she blows. Okay, all right, cool. Let's see. So it's 2:30. Any chance that we can take this high out and return, then I'll look for shorts. Take this high out, then I'll look for something to go up, continue on up. Let's take this off for now. Yeah, this is what is this, a 15-minute fair value gap they've been referencing off, on and off the whole day. So let's see how they behave around it. I'm honestly just out of curiosity. If it gets rejected off of here, it's 100 points look like. Yeah, right about there. We are moving upwards at the moment, so my general desire would be something up here. So plenty of space to get to where I need to go, I think. Just gonna watch how this unfolds. I personally think it's gonna bust through. Never gave us an opportunity to take the long that we wanted from here, but just curiosity. Let's look down here, like it did give us the opportunity. So after this sweep, I should have set an order here with the express purpose of getting into like the midpoint of this fair value gap. What would that have looked like? Oh well. So the top of that, stop below that, and midpoint. What? We would be just about now getting, yeah, there it is. Beautiful. Now here's the fun fact, right? So that's dead. So this is buy side right here. And they could also just take that and turn around because that's the thing. My general desire would be for them to go up, but what the heck do I know? So we can get rid of that. I don't care about that. Actually, no, we'll leave that in case they want to reference it afterwards. Let's clean this up. So taking no trade and still like tape reading is good. So I mentioned what I needed to see for it to make sense. So right now, we're definitely in a temporary buy program. My general desire would be up here, and what is it, 233? I mean, I have zero needs to take another trade today, but I would love, 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 love to. Oh, they fell short. So I don't know if they're gonna come back down and give people a chance. A little bit inside of this thing. Because the next option would be like this fair value gap right here to continue on up. And a stop below here. We're gonna like test it out. I'm not taking that because I still don't really understand these. I'm not the continuation things. Ah, okay. I like that. So I'm gonna drop into a 30-second here and maybe we'll get something useful for a continuation up potentially. Yeah. Okay. So if we're staying above the halfway point of this thing, that would be nice. See what this 5 minute looks like. Ooh, that's not a pretty candle. But as long as it stays up, we've not gotten a body past the midpoint of this thing. I don't know that I like that. This might be a good spot for a short. I don't know. See the rejection there? Okay, so we got a spot right here. Oh, I missed that. Nice. I really do have to see, but it's a long push, so why go short, right? Let's see. See here. So I just tapped the 0 point whatever. So let's see if we can get something going in that direction. And Ooh, it's creating something here. And it might run away from me. I don't know. I'm just... so you gotta wait for the candles to close. So let's see if they give you the fair value gap. Yeah. Let's try this one. Oops. Okay. And let's see if we can't get that. And let's get our stop below this candle there. And then let's see. I'm betting we're going to continue up. That doesn't mean I'm right, so could be risking stuff. And now we wait. Oh, good. 104 ticks is about halfway point. It's 238. We are currently enjoying this busy and potentially this order block. Well, looks like we'll see if we can stay inside of this thing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's not exactly model-esque, but it's, you know, what we're working with. It's an awkward place, probably. That's why I made sure to move my stop to below the mean threshold of the order block. So take the hands off the keys and just see what we do. Doing this properly. Right there. Okay. And I could just be too far up. That's not a nice looking set of candles right there. Not at all. Not at all. Could be I made the wrong decision. I should have waited to see how far down they wanted to come. But I'm risking 200 on this. My last line on defense is this order block and this. I don't like that it's left it, so probably about to get stopped out. So let me just act as support in there. Let me just mind my business and wait. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so problem is this thing is turning into support potentially, and this wick. Still working on that. If I lose this one, then no two more trades today. That's the thing, because I'd be giving up about 200 of this. So I need this to hold and continue up. How's this order block going? I'm gonna delete that. Let's see. I don't think we've made it past midpoint of this order block, so just going to we have this wick to deal with, so we have to get up there with some gustos. 242. So waiting to see what the 250 macro is going to do. Simple facts, if we cannot get over this high, then I'm wrong, and you know, so. And this is the part, the patience that we have to work through. Right now, we are respecting the base of this thing, but not really. I like to see, but even times when I've seen it push up like 50, 60 ticks, it's come back down and like smacked me in the face. So uh, we're at a point where it looks like it wants to hang out. I'm not liking the fact that this got rejected off of this wick right here. I mean, the midpoint of this. So this guy really needs to show some strength and close past the midpoint of this thing. So let's denote that puppy. I just don't like that we're struggling so hard right here. But CE, a 5-minute wick. Okay. 13 seconds on that candle. That's looking promising. Okay. And then let's see. Also the CE of this fair value gap, the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. So we're well above that. So I like that. Let's see. All right. So if we can't make a around here, I'd be expecting a higher high. My entry's not the best. Like that. I want to see it continue. Once it takes this high out, then I can move my stop to about there. Let's see. But still looking promising to me, so not going to complain. Think they're coming for the highs up here. I'm gonna stick some try my best to be as disciplined as possible and stick to the 10 ticks, the 100 ticks or so. That was at the halfway point, so we need to get out of here. 4 minutes to 250. Need to get out of here, take this out. Don't like that at all. Okay, so and see that bigger wick to contend with. Need to get out of here. I don't know, is this volume imbalance giving us any kind of support? Halfway point. Having patience is hard. It really is. We need to get out of here. If we can't get out of here, I mean, it's looking good so far. $2 minutes to 250. I don't. These 5 minute candles are frustrating though, not gonna lie. So this looks like, well, there's a lot of activity in here. It's a very balanced space, so okay, we're respecting that. What time is it? 2:48. Once we take this high out, I can reduce my risk here. So I'm about halfway to my TP here. They've just hit this. And we just took that high out, so I can remove some risk. Let me just do that. Hopefully I don't get whipsawed and kicked out. And we just get a nice pump up. Instead of a nice pump down. Let's see if this can hold it up. But as it stands, I'm risk-free to try again if I need to. But, so let's see if the 250 macro will kick me out or be my saving grace. Because it can be so mean. But I'm also not willing to take a loss here, so rather get a couple ticks and reevaluate my life goals. Maybe not life goals per se. There's nothing in here. It's just going to want to whipsaw down. I'm being honest. So now I'm just going to wait because we've taken a high. 6 is probably going to run for it here. Well, let's see what it does. I just don't like the... Took it kind of close to where the TP for this is, right? So if we take that, then we have a shift. Otherwise, if we have a nice green candle up with a fair value gap, I can try again. Just decided to shake me out, little bastards. Okay. You could just run away. Let's see. Nothing there. Yeah, so another scenario where I move my stock too soon. All right, so let's see about that. And then that. Let's wait for that to unfold. Trying to estimate where it's going to live. Well, that's an immediate rebalance there. Still think the long is viable. Right, just mark it in right here. That's not the best entry. Sorry about that. And let's go for okay. There we go. So they tapped that. Let's grab that low. Should have kept my stuff for the first one. So happy points there. Oh, don't think I've got one. It's about there. Where's the high? It's over there. Yeah. Oops. There, so 250, we should do a little run-in. Don't play games. So there's also that thing that there's also the desire to 5 minutes. There's also the desire to jump right back into the trade really quickly. That's a bad habit of mine that I need to fix. Right. I'm gonna close that at break even and we can reassess because I it's something that I need to do. Like I took the trade and I started doing things and then I still think it's a good trade. I'm just being so weird right now. Like I'm gonna miss out on a 100 tick trade because I'm being weird. Yep, that's what's happening. Because I took it and now it's gonna run and I'm not gonna run after it. Thing is, they just took a high. And part of my model says when they take a high, then they might drop. That's the other problem I'm having. So, and right now we're still kind of hanging out. So let's see how this 30 seconds here. Because we're struggling too hard to get out of here. And I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Way too hard. Because this should have gotten itself a nice little bust through. But the bodies. The bodies are basically respecting this fair value gap. Hey, let's see. We leaving something? Sweep. And that 15-minute candle is ugly. It's right on the CE of this thing, of that wick. We haven't closed a body above it. Look at that. We haven't. Don't like it. That looks like a nice short right there to be had. I'm not gonna take it because I'm done taking trades for the day. But would we have been able to get it? Is my question. Look at that stop. It's not bad at all. Fair value gap came into it. Let's see. I don't know. We'll tape read it. Because I need to work out this desire to jump right back in immediately. And that's no good. First you need a candle that's going to close with some decisiveness. That one did close above it on the 5 minute, but that 15-minute candle is not pretty at all. Anyway, I think that's good. I don't want to make this too long. Happy trading, guys. Be safe. And look, it's melting. So I was like, you're fighting me too much. Fighting me too much. Anyway, be safe. Shakira out.